I received an invitation, drove out to the reservation. Children of the earth were singing hallelujah songs. Spoke to me a revelation, broadcast to my humble station. Children of the earth were singing, son, it won't be long. You belong.
So this is
you
very rare.
belong. You belong. You belong.
So this piece is
You belong.
untraditional.
You belong. You belong.
This is actually inspired by goth, and I had a lot of students in my classroom, young girls, and this is kind of where it stemmed from. And I always thought the goth girls were absolutely beautiful. They had beautiful souls, and I really just felt like they were misunderstood. But every single one of them were honestly one of the kindest, sweetest people I've ever met. And they get this bad persona of being dark people, and that wasn't the sense for me. But I also sensed that these girls wanted to be represented in our culture, and so I decided to create a goth line for these young girls who wanted to represent, of course, who we are as Native people, as Navajo people, but carrying on what they felt comfortable with.
So when I first started this art piece, my friend Alvin Vanderveer showed me how to make this, and he made extravagant sculpture. So to me, he's the greatest silver sculptor ever. And he was telling me that you have to think of the most ridiculous idea you have and then start that journey. And if it takes 35,000 cuts to make that happen, to make sure that vision is very close to what you're getting, you do that. And then I meet this other artist named Daryl Dean Begay, who was very meticulous and said, I got to put that all together. I didn't understand what both that meant until recently, when I realized I have to finish this to a T. I have to make sure that this is going to work. And I think this ghost piece I made is finally a piece that I'm very proud of, because it celebrates the skill but also the artistry, and they're finally marrying together. And it's also a bit of the innovation. So I feel like the more I'm able to really be passionate, meticulous about all of this, the more it's starting to flourish and bloom. So before anything, every piece starts up like this. Every piece starts from this. It holds the stone, it's the foundation, it all starts from this. And then I have to use the fire, I have to use the blades, I have to scale everything, I have to measure everything. And then a stone is just a stone, like this, and you have to know what you're looking for. And most stones you don't even know what you're getting until you cut into it. And you might have paid a bunch of money for it, and it's not what you needed. So you have to really want and see this vision and stay true to that. And then eventually, when you're able to marry the skill and all of it together, this was one of my hymns of where this piece is called Chasing Leaves. And it's the fall season, and I have these little ghosts all happy chasing leaves with a very beautiful embellished stone. But you can see everything is trying to marry to one another